This demo was booked officially.
Just setting up the live broadcast. It'll take a few moments. Please bear with.
Here because it gives all the people who come to our well, make sure that all of them participate in the cleaning of the stage before we leave. Yeah, that tells us the people where we come from. So make them in three. No, that's too much. In threes. Yeah, that's the one there. Yeah, in threes, please. In threes, yeah. So come the map. Yes, so I said, those who can make it to my place, yes, you follow me, and then we go down, and then even if a person dies off, we are sitting for church meeting now, we have to cry fine. So even though we've come here, we are lamenting, we are sorrowful, we are sad, but then we still have to have some protein to have the energy that will push us forward. So without much I say, guys, officially I declare this invitation closed. I want to thank all of you sincerely from my heart. You have made it, you have made me proud, you have made NCAC proud, you have made Southern Commonwealth proud, you have made Commonwealth proud, and even yourself and your families. May God take you back home safely till we meet in June. Bye bye for now. Long live Southern Cameroon, short live the struggle, and long live NCAC UK. God bless you all. This is it.
Afternoon, night.
Are you? No, I'm not going no. Well, not if you're... When you everything for us. No, I'm not.
So guys, if you want to make a home with me, let's make it. I need 3 guys that will take one of those things, the placards one, that one. And the one guy that will hold the speaker, yeah, the PC system. And that will go with. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, put it off. Not put it off.
Alright guys, I come for the things. One more.
Hi there. Sorry? My what? It's on YouTube. Yeah, I'm an independent journalist, so I cover a broad variety of protests. You've probably seen my channel. Yeah.
So I just want to thank you.
We're currently broadcasting live and direct in central London at the anti-monarchy protest. There's one outside. This is also the Commonwealth 2025 service. Welcome onto the channel. My name is Louis Arrington. I'm an independent journalist and I cover a broad variety of protests and events across central London. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification button so you stay notified whenever I go live or upload a new video. I hope you enjoyed today's live broadcast. We will also be live and direct outside LSE at 5:30 p.m. covering the Israel protest. Hi there. Would you mind telling my viewers why you're protesting today in central London?
We're protesting here because we feel that the monarchy is an outdated institution, and we're one of the last countries a few last countries in Europe to have it, and we'd be better off with a Republican elected head of state.
Why, and what effect do you think your protest will have today outside Westminster Abbey? Do you think the government will take notice?
No. The MPs have to swear allegiance to the King here, and that's the problem. And they don't want to break the oath, and I think... But ITV has given us some good interviews, so we hope to get some good coverage on that. What channel are you from?
I'm an independent freelance.
Yeah, ITV. We've had some good interviews from ITV, so hopefully they're good. But we don't. But our CEO Jasmine spoke about BBC bias. They really are biased towards the monarchy and all. But at Christmas they're biased towards politicians. Anyone that makes jokes, says bad things, says about any politician, past or present, they'll ban, like they did at Christmas with Freezing This Christmas, which made references to Keir Starmer and Rishi Sunak.
Cool. Thank you very much for your time on camera. Cheers. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
What's your name?
Louis Errington on YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah.
Yeah.
That lady there's from ITV. She's getting some good ones as well.
Here's my channel. Feel free to take a look at it.
On YouTube?
Yeah, it is. It's on YouTube. Hi, Busker. I recorded, I saw King Charles. Yeah.
Couldn't get footage of
Yeah. I zoomed right in and I saw him, but he's going to be there for 2 hours, I think. Do you want to go to the Israeli protest soon?
Is there one?
It's at 5:30 at LSE.
It's normal, then it was unacceptable.
It's at LSE.
There's about genociding in Cameroon.
Okay, sure. Thank you. That's London. Hi there. How are you? Hi there. How's it been? You okay? Very good to see you.
Good, thanks.
How
Are you live streaming?
Yeah, I'm live streaming on YouTube. Yeah.
I'm trying to run away from
Yeah. Fair
Your
enough.
video did so well.
Yeah, I know the Zelensky.
Absolutely
I
brilliant.
gained 6,000 new followers from that. It did really well.
I made a presentation actually standing there.
Did you stand there?
Yeah, over there.
I zoomed in on King Charles.
No, actually there.
Yeah.
No, camera people in the way, policemen in the way, cars in the way. Of course. Don't come in through there, but right, there's no window.
Which one? Very good to see you. How's it been? Yeah, good, thank you. Whereabouts?
Oh, I can see him, yeah, I can see him. But he'd do it even more if you say that.
Is that Caden over there? Whereabouts? Is that Caden over there? I'm in a really interested in family.
Sorry? Might see better at
Hey?
Yeah, one thing that you gave her a list. This guy should have shown you you gave her a list.
Was that Caden? Wait, Busker. Was that Caden?
Oh, really?
We are currently broadcasting live and direct in central London at the Commonwealth Service 2025. And there was also an anti-monarchist protest earlier which took place. changing of the guards. Right. Yeah. It's probably changeover. Do you know when the king is coming out? Oh, fourth one.
We'll make it a good picture.
Yeah.
Go over there. See where that gentleman is.
Yeah.
Go over there so you can see it.
Definitely. So it's Commonwealth service. As we see, there's the Commonwealth flag flying at the top of Westminster Abbey.
Charles came through that gate there. I was standing by the gate.
I zoomed in on King Charles over here. Look, I got him over there.
Been waving till it's Camilla. You know, people on the list, and all I got was footage of Charles and on the cake and their back.
I got footage of Charles. I got footage of Charles over there.
That's actually quite good.
Yeah. I zoomed
But
right in.
nothing of Camilla.
Oh, Camilla's there.
Nothing of what's her name? Catherine.
No, I didn't see Catherine.
She's wearing a long red dress. She's wearing a.
Mhm. Oh yeah, I filmed this earlier. There was a man on a wheelchair in the middle of the road, and he blocked the traffic.
Louis, did you see this video?
When was
Louis,
that?
Louis,
Yeah,
did you see this video?
I saw that one.
Where was it?
Westfield.
I keep forgetting to look at the list.
This was not on the list.
But did you see that one? I got in the car. I can't really see it. I need to see it. Yeah, I just know. I bet I said to you, I saw a lot of people now. There's too many people doing this. I didn't say to not to do it. but you
Just
do
wants
it.
information from other people. That's why he's doing it.
The good thing is, Facebook is very, very fragile. Good stuff, right? They're not going to monetize a lot of it. So they're doing it for the
Is he
money.
on Facebook?
It's definitely on TikTok, isn't it?
There's been some recognition of this.
Somewhat. I knew you was over it, but I still do know. I was glad to see where you was. It's really good as you've done. I can see you standing there. people got 500,000 views on TikTok
Really?
for that.
On that?
They said, don't fancy stopping then, mate, because the boy on the bike didn't stop for the coppers.
Really?
And he just said to the boy, don't you fancy stopping? He was like, said, give him a really dirty look. What?
Gosh.
It's just like a 12-second clip.
Yeah.
So, don't you fancy stopping? 500,000 views.
That's really good.
A lot of All Scarred stuff is just completely fucking dead.
I'm gonna post that onto TikTok.
That is
I
really
got
good
King
though.
Charles.
You've got your
Yeah.
I got the bang. I got all that bang. Commonwealth bang. Oh, actually, no,
I'm posting it now.
Commonwealth
Yeah.
bang.
You know, so YouTube gave me a warning
Yeah.
on that live stream the other day.
Seriously.
I appealed it, so hopefully they accept the appeal. Do you get King Charles arriving?
Yeah, but there was, a light was over the bloody window.
Yeah.
Look, there it was there.
You got his escort? That's really good.
He's waving there. There he is there going in.
Wow.
So I'm just going to put that little clip up.
I'm going to put this one up now. Do you want to go to the Israeli protest shortly?
Where's it at?
It's at
They're
LSE.
going to come back out in a minute.
Really? I'll show where it is, the Israeli rally. We have to go to Temple Tube to go to that. It's over there. So we can walk to Westminster and then go via Embankment, and then it's at Temple Tube. I think it's outside on the road somewhere. That's where it is, the Israeli protest. It's over there. Oh yeah, my video of the guy got 85,000 views on Instagram of the man climbing Big Ben. We are currently broadcasting live and direct at the Commonwealth Service 2025. The King will be exiting shortly.
Have you seen
No, I haven't seen his watch. Haven't seen him.
another YouTuber? I know he was here, but I haven't seen him. So he's more YouTube.
The London News Exposed.
No.
Only Tony?
I saw London News Exposed here.
7,000.
Do you know when the King is coming out?
Yeah, London News Exposed. He was the one.
Was he kicked out of Horse Guards? London News Exposed.
Yes.
He tried to put recording devices. Yeah. On at Horse Guards and on the gates.
Gate. He was the one that did that. He tried to record the police officers. He said they was always giving him dirty looks. So he had like a little thing. He was acting really suspicious, so I thought he was going to do it. Just like that. And the police told him last night that he was acting weird. And of course, he put it on the bin, they just turned around and they grabbed what they said, what's this? And get out now. And the next day, one of the guys called him, one of the soldiers came and said, look at me. He said, they can't make you look. He said, look at me, get out.
Oh, okay. That was only Tony on London News Exposed.
Yeah, it's him, no, and then he's exposed.
Who's that?
Chris White.
Who?
Chris White.
Chris Hoy. Gosh. You got that on camera. It's amazing. Wow.
And wearing the Benjamin.
That's incredible. That's amazing. I zoomed in on right on King Charles as soon as I arrived. Yeah, I'll show you the video. That's a video. I'll film that. So I got on the arriving. And Queen Camilla. I was standing right over there as soon as I arrived. Just near the protest.
Just over there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, around there. So I got them entering. No, I didn't see anything. But there's going to be the Israeli protest at 5:30. You're looking forward to that? Yeah. That one should kick off.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bentley protest.
Thank you, yeah. I need colleagues to cover it.
Oh, yeah, I filmed this up here. There was a man with a wheelchair with a mobility scooter in the middle of the road. Going slow and he was blocking the traffic behind him. Something happened in this place.
Where was it?
And he was blocking all the traffic. He was going so slow, snail's pace. And all the cars behind him couldn't do anything. Oh, there's a debate going on over there. I'm going to film the debate. Oscar, there's a debate going on. I'm going to go cover it.
But surely they will talk about that during the Commonwealth discussion, right?
And maybe they will. I'm not there in the Commonwealth discussion right now, so I can't comment on it. But what I can say is that...
Like that.
Do I get to hold the microphone?
I'll hold it. I'll hold the mic. Yeah.
Cool.
So what are you saying?
So just now we were talking about the importance of the king and the Commonwealth, and my good friend mentioned that the king keeps African countries relevant, and he keeps because he cares supposedly. Yeah. What I was asking him was, if the king truly cares about, say, for example, Kenya, which is where you're from, why hasn't he mentioned anything about the corruption of William Ruto or his crackdown on innocent people?
And I would counter that by saying it's not the king's place. The king's place is symbolic, and it's to unite
the Commonwealth.
It's to unite these countries together in something symbolic. It's basically the Commonwealth is sort of claiming the benefits of the British Empire, and it sort of takes away from all the negative and all the.
It takes away from the wealth from the people, or
what do you mean takes away the wealth from the people?
Speaker's Corner has come to Westminster Abbey. There's currently a debate going on.
What do you mean?
Well, discussion. It's a discussion.
Yeah.
What is the value of the Commonwealth for African countries?
It unites them together. It gives them a place to come together in unity. Because a lot of these African countries, it's symbolic, and it also unifies these countries together. If you look at Africa, yeah.
So without the king, they would be disunified.
Africa is very corrupt, right?
Africa is corrupt.
Very, very corrupt. Even their neighbour countries, they're corrupt to each other.
Country.
More than this country, I'd say. Very, very corrupt. But when it comes to the Commonwealth, they can unite together under a common cause and come together. That's what I think is very beautiful.
What's the
common cause?
Democracy, liberty, what?
Freedom.
You mentioned freedom. I just wanted to ask, because I did tell you about it before. In this country, Republic did a protest for the coronation, and its members were arrested for peaceful protests.
Again,
that democracy and liberty?
Like I said to you before, I don't think that's a full story, but I cannot comment on it because I don't know what happened.
You don't have to take my word for it.
No, but Google it. But can you tell me what reputable news sources have published this?
Even if I told you that, would you then say it's unacceptable?
I say it's acceptable when I know
it's acceptable.
I say it's acceptable when I've seen a reputable news source publish it.
It's acceptable for the state to stop peaceful protesters from protesting the monarchy.
I did not say that, though, did I? Those aren't my words. I could say it's acceptable. I could talk about it more when it's come from a reputable news source. Like you say, ITV.
Okay, let's say, for example, I don't know, the Independent reported it.
Again, I don't think the Independent's...
Okay, but irrelevant. Well,
it's not like if the BBC's reported it saying that...
The BBC doesn't report anything. They ignore...
again, that's not true, and that's just conspiracy. That's just conspiracy.
Everything they can to ignore these sorts of campaigns.
Again, though, that's just a bit of conspiracy. Because the way the BBC works, the BBC is very, very impartial. Very impartial. I know not always. There's been circumstances in the past where it hasn't been.
Like
but on the whole,
past, like the genocide in Gaza, where they keep whitewashing the Israeli narrative.
No, but again though, the
because
Gaza,
of course,
if we want to go to Gaza, we can talk about Gaza.
Well, let's talk about Gaza.
Both sides are very much in the wrong. Both sides are very much in the wrong.
What do you mean both sides?
The Israelis and the Palestinians.
What do the Palestinians do?
This is what it's about the monarchy. Let's not deviate really.
Well, I mean, he brought it up. What has the...
I know, in fact, you brought it up when you said about the BBC.
Okay, fine. I talked about the BBC, I talked about Gaza. Let's talk about Gaza. What have the Palestinians done to the Israelis?
October the 7th.
Before that?
For hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years, the Palestinians have been pressing the Israelis.
For hundreds of years.
1,500 years of jihad against Jews, Christians, and atheists throughout the Middle East. That's what they've done.
The Palestinians have done that.
Yes. Muslims
Okay, look.
What's the difference between a Palestinian and a Muslim?
nothing. The same.
If you look at modern day
Palestinian Christian, do they exist?
Muslim.
So if a Palestinian tells you he's Christian...
There is no Palestine. Israel is 3,000 years old, mate.
Well, Israel and Palestine, they're interchangeable words based on history, right?
Yeah, the Romans called Israel Palestine. That's where we get it from.
Yeah, correct, right?
Even if I said that all of that was true, does that make the genocide of Gaza acceptable?
From what I know from history,
Yeah.
Israel is a religious land, right? There were crusades fought over it, of course. Christianity's got much of its roots in there, right? Christianity, Islam, Judaism, they've all got their roots in this land, right? And both sides want the land. Now, I think both sides have committed atrocities, right? I don't agree with Benjamin Netanyahu. I think he's a war criminal, right? Maybe we can agree on that. I think Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal.
Netanyahu is a war criminal, guys.
Yeah, I do think he's a war criminal. However, I don't think either side's completely innocent, all right? They both committed atrocities.
Why is Netanyahu a war criminal?
Because of the things he's done, you know. Again, also, if you look at Hamas,
No,
their leaders are
I'm
war
not asking
criminals.
your question. I'm genuinely curious. What did Netanyahu do that you don't like?
I think he pushing out the Gazans off the Western Bank, you know, that sort of thing. I disagree with.
But that didn't start with Netanyahu, right? Israeli society and Israeli governments have been doing that for 57 years.
Again, I don't think it's right to blame society for when a leader has done
But it's
wrongdoing.
not as if it's been opposed. It's been like universally accepted by the majority of Israeli society.
That's just not true. In fact, Benjamin Netanyahu is actually holding off elections, and he's actually doing more to.
And let's say someone else came in. Let's say Yair Lapid or one of those like liberal.
Again, I don't know.
One of those like supposedly liberal Zionist politicians in Israel came to power.
Yeah, I mean,
he was still
deviating away
advocating the
from
genocide of Gaza.
the pros and the cons of the monarchy.
Yeah.
He's
How
openly.
Again, I can't comment. I don't really know much about Israel politics.
And like when I filmed the guy
What I'm saying is that both sides have committed atrocities. Yeah? If you look at sides like Hamas,
they want to, it's
Hamas
more important watching the guy halfway up Big Ben than it is
agree with
watching the king and the queen and the princess
Hamas are
coming
very
out.
people,
I
right?
saw that.
Okay.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
We can agree.
Okay, you good?
I'm an atheist, so yeah.
Okay, so they're despicable people.
Yeah.
The individual Palestinians, most of them are just normal people like me and you.
Yeah, they are normal
And they're trying to live their life. Same with the Israelis.
But they're being murdered by the IDF.
But again, then if you look at October the 7th, Hamas came in, they raped,
And
they
what about
murdered young.
57 years before October 7th? The IDF constantly killing people, that doesn't bother you.
But then also in those 57 years, yeah, there's been more problems. It's a very, very
Can you
deep
name
issue.
one of those problems?
Of course,
57 years
of
ago.
course, both sides have been going into land, killing people, causing problems, terrorism, you could say. Okay.
So, what about
Again,
Ukraine?
what?
Russia invaded Ukraine, is that acceptable?
It's the best. Give her a follow.
No, that's a whole different topic.
No, it's not. Actually, it's not.
Because we
Russia,
can
Russia. Wait, no, we'll get back to the monarchy. Don't worry. We'll
So
get
the topic was the monarchy, and now it's deviated to Russia and Ukraine.
And well, they've killed innocent people, and they're trying to colonize the land.
Correct.
Israel, for the last 57 years, has been trying to colonize Palestinian land because they want to conquer the Holy Land. Is that acceptable?
No.
So we agree.
And then Hamas also trying to do the same thing. You think if Hamas were an Israeli...
Hamas were founded in like 1982 or something.
All right, but there have been terrorism groups before that, acting in similar roles, yeah?
Like what?
Again, I don't know.
PLO?
I don't know the names of them. My point is though, do you think, yeah, if Hamas were in Israel's situation, do you think they wouldn't do the exact same thing? Both sides agreed and they both want the land. And
So what do you think needs to happen now?
What I think needs to happen is you need to get a country that's not involved in this, get a country to act as a mediator, and sort of
Like Britain or America?
Again, when Britain gets involved, that's part of the reason why you got the massive conflict. You look at 1947, I think. Yeah, when they gave the land back to the Jews, I don't think they did it in the right manner, which caused part of these problems.
We can agree on that, yeah. We can agree
Yeah,
on that.
so I think
British divided and rule policy is not friendly to the people that they colonized.
but again, though, but the mandate they had, I think the British had very good intentions, right?
When they colonized Palestine.
They didn't colonize Palestine. You're very much incorrect.
Okay, fine. Well, let's say,
1918,
for the
after
sake
World
of
War-
argument,
after
let's
World
call
War
it,
One,
let's call it Israel for the sake of argument. Is it okay for the British Empire to colonize Israel?
They never colonized Israel. The Ottomans, the Turkish colonized them.
because
Not
the-
people helped the British people liberate the land. Saudi Arabia,
Oh, wait, so
Israel.
wait,
They
so-
were helped by the Arab population, including Jews, Muslims, all the area, united together to fight against the Ottoman Empire. That was just what everyone wanted back in the day. They helped. After 1947, they got out.
in
Every lost soldier got pulled
1918,
out.
after World War One, part of the getting rid of the Axis powers, which the Ottoman Empire was
so
to
after
split up
we
the
got
land.
rid of the Ottoman Empire, we
Brit-
have the
Brit-
right to
Brit-
colonize Israel.
The land was shut out.
Isn't that like unfair to the Israelis or the Palestinians?
Yeah, you can
mean,
say
they-
that.
they don't
I
like
think
being
I think it's unfair, but I think it's unfair. But I think it would be better if it was in the British hands rather than the Axis hands, personally. And after World War II, after part of the
So do you advocate
imperialisation.
a ceasefire in Gaza?
Of course, I don't like the loss of human life. Of course, I don't want the loss of human life. But I think the ceasefire has to be done in the correct manner, in a way which allows both sides to sort of
Allows freedom and democracy.
Pardon?
That allows for freedom and democracy.
Freedom and democracy. Yeah, I say freedom. Again, democracy is
Either or.
Yeah, you could say that.
Right.
Again,
so,
the whole idea of democracy is a different thing. But go on.
so in this country, the government has been funding the genocide in Gaza. Is that
They have not been funding the genocide in Gaza.
Yes, they have.
In what way?
They've been giving the Israeli government billions of dollars in weapons
Yeah,
and ammunition.
Yeah, not yeah. You could say that.
It's not so technically Keir Starmer's a war criminal, right?
I wouldn't describe Keir Starmer as a.
He's been
In fact, if anyone's a war criminal,
so is Rishi Sunak.
No, come on, I'm a really big fan. I don't want to call Rishi Sunak a war criminal. If you look at, in fact, Boris Johnson's the one who really had a staunch stance on the whole conflict.
I'm no fan of Boris Johnson.
I'm a big fan of Boris Johnson.
Why?
I think he's a very charismatic man. I think he's a good leader with good interests. You know, maybe he made some mistakes, like every leader does. But I think truly Boris Johnson was a good man with honourable
Partying
intentions.
during COVID.
But again,
When everyone else was supposed to stay at home. When everyone else was told to stay at home, he was having tea parties or dinner parties or drug parties or something. I don't know.
There was no drugs involved. Yeah, they were also in the same bubble.
He probably had cocaine once or twice in his life.
Again,
The Bullying Club, right?
Again, that's just speculation. There's no evidence of that.
Okay, fine, forget about that.
Yeah, I think they were in the same
Why do
bubble.
you like Boris Johnson?
I think Boris Johnson is very charismatic. I think he's very charismatic. He united the British people quite well. The massive landslide election 2019. He wanted to get Brexit done. I agree with Brexit. And I think he was a very good. I think, honestly, deep inside, I think he's a very good man.
Okay, let's come back to the monarchy because you think he's an honourable man. What do you think the king? Do you think the king actually cares about any of us? Do you think he cares about you?
I think he cares about his subjects very much. That's why he gives away lots of money each year to food banks. He bought fridges for people, homeless people.
He can do that without being the king.
You could say, but I think
He can
it's
do
more
that as a
symbolic.
private citizen.
Yeah, but I think it means more about the king doing it, so it's a good example to the country. If the king is showing
Where's he
welfare
getting his money from?
from the
From
Duchy
the
of Lancaster.
taxpayer?
No, from the Duchy of
But we
Lancaster.
already talked about this. The Duchy of Lancaster is the property empire.
Property,
And
the
the way
business.
he makes his money,
It's not all property.
the way
The
he
business
makes his
empire.
money is by charging feudal rents.
We're going to get into this. Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
the investigation's been done.
We're never going to agree on this, are we?
Yeah, but the investigation's been done. You can't live in an alternate reality. The investigation's been done. The Duchy of Lancaster and Cornwall are property empires.
Yes.
They make their
What's
money by
wrong with-
charging feudal rents.
Personally, I don't see a problem with that.
You don't see a problem with feudalism.
It's not really feudalism, is it?
Well, it's charging feudal rents, which is basically feudalism.
It's charging rent for land.
But they
Bro,
don't.
it's the same thing in a pub. It's the same thing. He's a good business. It's a good business.
So Charles is a good businessman.
He doesn't actually run the Duchy of Lancaster. You got different, like for example, the Duchy of Lancaster Secretary of State who sits in the cabinet. Before it was Michael Gove. You have, I think it's now Pat McFadden. May I sound
Can I ask you a
corrected?
question? You mentioned how the king represents the country and the values of the country, like democracy and freedom and liberty. Why is Charles so friendly with Gulf monarchy dictatorships?
Like what? Like what Gulf monarchy?
UAE, Qatar?
I would, if I was king, I would want him to be friendly with those countries. Of course, those countries are
But
very,
why is
very.
he so friendly with them?
We need. Why shouldn't he be friendly with them?
With dictators?
No, they're not really dictators as such.
Well, of course they are.
They're a monarchy.
Ask the democratic opposition in those countries, they're dictators.
I would describe them as. I would personally describe them as monarchy.
Well, monarchy is dictatorial.
They're not a full dictatorship. Come on.
Well, okay, dictators. Whatever. Why is Charles so friendly with them?
But we have to be. They invest so much money into our country, right? I think Harrods is owned. Heathrow's owned by them. They're very, very powerful investors. The country will be is in a much better state now
So we have to
because of
support
investment.
dictators because they give us money.
No, not necessarily.
The king has to meet with other dictators to keep world peace. That's the only way like we
Also,
can live alongside
if the king was very disrespectful to those countries, you wouldn't want to go piss off fucking
Well,
the
I
UAE.
don't want him to be disrespectful. I want him to get out of politics.
He
doesn't
get involved in politics to that degree.
Then why is he the king? Why is he the head of state? Why is he head of the armed forces?
Again, like things like the armed forces, it's only merely it's a ceremonial role.
Then why is he there? Get rid of him.
It's ceremonial. I think ceremony tradition is very important. That's why things like such as Christmas and Easter. Tradition is very, very important in this country, especially.
Yeah, but you could still have that without a king. You could still have
No,
ceremony.
but when you take away the king is a huge part of that. When we have things like the opening of state.
Yeah, but you could have that in like a museum.
Okay, cool. You could say
could
things
say
like
that-
the opening
you
of
could tell
state
the
is
king,
useless.
We used to have a king. He was very nice. He wore fancy dresses. He wore medals. Blah blah blah. And we got rid of him. You could just say that. It's not a big deal.
But if we do that means we're getting rid of that tradition. I want to keep that tradition going for hundreds and hundreds and
So
hundreds
you
of years.
want an undemocratic, theocratic institution to continue?
Yes. If you're going to phrase it like that, you can say yes.
Well, I
Only
guess
because
then-
it's tradition.
yeah.
Tradition's very, very important. I don't. Maybe you disagree with tradition.
Well, I don't agree with authoritarianism of the tradition.
But the king has. What does the king do that actually that badly affects anyone's life?
He charges the NHS feudal rents.
Which the NHS uses that land. I think the NHS is a whole bigger problem. The NHS wastes hundreds of millions of pounds a week, and there's a massive problem due to big pharmaceuticals.
Therefore, the king can charge feudal rents.
I didn't say he charges rent. He charges
Feudal
rent. He charges rent, which any business does.
Feudal rents.
Landlords charge rent all the time.
I'm not talking about rent. I'm talking about feudal rents. That's what the king charges.
He charges
He does.
rent.
That's why he does through the Duchy of Cornwall. That's how they fund it.
So
It's a property empire.
Okay, so for the people listening, would you like to describe how the feudal rents work?
Basically, people living in certain areas, they own the house, but they don't own the land underneath. The king owns that, and he can charge them money for no reason other than the fact that he owns the land.
Reason. Yeah, he owns the land. Correct.
So if I
that's
buy a
fair.
house, I don't own the land that it's on.
Okay.
Only the king owns that. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
And it's okay for the king to charge feudal rents.
Yeah, because he owns the land, and you're using his land. I think that's fair. If you're using something that someone else's, they have the exact right to charge rent for it.
Well, we're going to disagree on that.
We're going to have to disagree.
It's nice talking to you.
Thank you, very nice talking to you too.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you very much.
Thank you. What's Boffin say?
Speaker's corner's ended. For now. For now. Yeah, I might, and then I'll head over to the protest afterwards. Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't get your life restricted.
Sorry?
You're lucky you didn't get your life
I
restricted.
know, it's because it's only a warning apparently.
Is it the
It
first
doesn't
time
strike
you've
it, yeah. I have 186 people watching. But I basically did a training. I answered a few questions in a quiz, and they're going to remove it on the 8th of June. So on the 8th of June, it should be fully wiped off the channel. The warning. Yeah, luckily I can still go live. I might need a backup channel just in case in the future. It's not too bad.
Did it go quite high when it came out? Or what?
Sorry?
Quite good views when it came out.
Yeah.
You got here in time.
I got here just in time, but I pre-recorded it and I posted it to TikTok. Someone's playing music over there. Copyright.
Look, no, something's done there. It's got music over it.
Yeah.
Just let the music on.
Yeah. So is the king coming out at 4? Okay. And then at 4, I'll head to the Israeli protest. So the king will be exiting shortly, and he'll be exiting in his police escort.
All the world, yeah.
Did you see them?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was Kate Billion, Anne, Charles. They're all going to come out at some point again, so should be soon.
And then afterwards, still head to the Israeli protest.
Where's that one?
It's LSE, so it's near Temple Tube. So we need to go take the train from Westminster.
Is it at college?
Yeah, it's at the university.
Come especially.
And there should be a counter down there.
We knew it was on. We just come from town London. Oh, hit the for the day. Yeah. Oh, and then we're going on the eye. And then we go to Chinatown. We just thought we'd pop by and see the king.
Did anything happen at Horse Garden today?
No. Oh, yes, yeah. There was a protest in both Daughter Street out.
Really?
And about 2 corporals came out and the horses in.
What protest was it?
It was Tibet.
Oh, Tibet. Hi Sharon, welcome onto the stream. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in. We are currently broadcasting live and direct at the Commonwealth Service 2025. They're getting ready. Zoom in on that. So it should be coming out in 9 minutes. Wednesday is PMQs, right? It's Wednesday Prime Minister's questions. PMQs.
Yeah, on Wednesday, yeah.
Does that make sense? It's cool. They're not assembling it quick enough.
They have a camera over there.
Doors open.
Doors opening. Flags.
They stand there, you're not sitting there.
Flags in the way.
When you see them coming out,
You can't see nothing.
Nor can I. Flags are in the way.
Bathrooms all in red. Blood.
one's a radio too. See? Cool.
Yeah, they're on this, like the national.
She's like, he's still not done that job. Let him on! Honestly.
Thank you.
I reported Charles to the police for corruption. The evidence is pretty clear. The police didn't want to know what happened to arrest people for peacefully protesting the coronation, not taking them arrested. Andrew, who should be in jail, and Charles, who is clearly selling honours for cash.
Excuse me.
Weniger Polizei beim Drittligaspiel in Deutschland. Maschinengewehrmannschaft oder so. Also ich war ja in Berlin da war zufällig auch hier Zelensky da. Wir wussten es nicht. Wir sind dann nur am großen Hotel am Kudamm vorbeigekommen. Da war dann eine riesige Absperrung mit Panzerautos und allem drumherum.
Going to end a live broadcast now. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Louis Arrington. I'm an independent journalist. I cover a broad variety of protests and events, and also Speaker's Corner on the channel on a frequent basis. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification button so you stay notified whenever I go live or upload new video. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be live and direct at LSE covering the Israel protest at 5:30 later on. So be sure to tune into that. Thank you for tuning into this stream, and see you all on the next live broadcast at 5:30 PM outside LSE.